Hello everyone, my name is Emilio Ramos. And a little background on myself before I begin this presentation. I'm a third-year mechanical engineering student. I'm a Costco forklift driver, and I serve in the 36th Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron over at Keesler Air Force Base as a reservist. So today I'll be talking about engineering code of ethics. So we seem to hear this term, code of ethics for engineers, a lot, but no one really seems to talk about where it comes from, who founded it, or why it's important. So I'll go over that today. So back in 1934, an organization called the National Society of Professional Engineers was founded. They were founded with the goal of acting as a unified voice for all professional engineers across the United States. The goal? To ensure a high standard of engineering ethics as well as professional practice occurs, so we have a strong infrastructure and nobody gets injured due to malpractice. So we currently follow 3 code of ethics that they have created. Firstly, fundamental canons. Secondly, rules of practice. And lastly, professional obligation. Today, I'm going to dive deeper into professional obligation. Professional obligation is broken down into 2 parts. Firstly, having a high standard of integrity and honesty with your practice, having a high relationship with that. So why is that important? Why did they choose the words integrity and honesty? Well, integrity is a very, very powerful word, for it's the first core value in the United States Air Force, being integrity first. And I'm going to give you 2 examples of why this code of ethics is so important right now. It's because, like I said earlier, I serve the United States Air Force. I'm a radio troop. I set up communications, comms, miles away, close, far, hundreds of miles nearby. I do it all. So why is having integrity important in the Air Force? Because if I damage equipment, or if I know equipment is faulty, or if I don't know how to set something up, it's important to have integrity and honesty to go up to my chain of command, whoever's above me, my employer, and tell them, hey, I don't know how to do this. That's okay to do that. Because if our unit went out there with faulty comms and they need help, or they're trying to report something and their equipment's not working, they'll be very upset, very sad, I think before. But back to a real life example. Back in 1971, Ford released a car called the Ford Pinto. It was a competitive price car. It was a sleek looking car. But the issue, it had an $11 fix. Fuel line and tank, it was susceptible to penetration. Ford engineers noticed and saw this, and yet lacked honesty and integrity. They didn't want to lose the money for production. They didn't want to redo. They sent the car out anyways. The result, 180 people lost their lives. 180 people lost their lives because engineers working at Ford didn't want to start over, didn't want to admit that they were wrong. They adjusted numbers. They did it wrong. They cost some people their lives. Ford lost a lawsuit, and they lost a whole lot more money than if they were just to fix it. The second rule, or the second part, is to strive to serve the public interest. Once again, this is another core value of the United States Air Force: service before self. You have to learn how to be sacrificed, how to make sacrifices. It's important to go out to the youth camps, to youth organizations, to just go out into society and help out, talk to kids about engineering, talk to grown-ups about engineering, put others in front of yourself. For you're a professional, that's what you need to do. It's important. So the overview, just follow the rules. They're there for a reason. Listen to them. They're there to protect you as well as society, the future of America, and people's lives are at risk when you work. Just be cautious and know what you do is important. Thank you. So if anybody has any questions, I encourage you to leave a reply on the discussion board or leave a comment on the YouTube video. I'll be more than happy to respond. Thank you guys all. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.